Welcome back to Wolf Weather. It's Sunday. It's January 7th, and I'm Tom, and I'll be guiding you through the graphics tonight. We're going to be looking ahead here, especially late Sunday into Monday. It looks like over here in East Tennessee, Western North Carolina, and some other places on the East Coast that we're going to have some mix and maybe some ice. Well, let's look at our radar. This is the national radar from earlier, and not a whole lot going on. A little bit in up there in Minnesota, South Dakota, and then the stuff basically out west that we normally get out in Utah and different areas out there. So pretty much our normal stuff. Pretty clear over here in the east. Most all that has cleared out when that storm has went away. This was today's, actually this was Saturday's map, and you can see the east was under high pressure, and there was some snow up there in the Great Lakes area, and a little bit of stuff out into Nevada and Utah and Colorado and out in that area. But not a whole lot going on today. A lot of the U.S. is under high pressure, which is really good. Now, next up, now this big change, and this is Sundays, and you can see that area that's sort of purpley looking, and that is possibly our ice and a mix. So we got to keep a good eye on that. And there's places where that could still be rain, but a lot of that, it's so cold and there's enough cold air around that we could get freezing rain, sleet, anything you can think of when you have these cold temperatures and moisture moving in. So next up, let's look at, let's see, this is our Monday, and you can see that here in East Tennessee, they're showing some green, that green area and the purple area. So we're talking rain, or we're talking some sleet, snow, just about anything. But it appears that for us over here, East Tennessee, Western North Carolina, it's going to be in the morning time. And then they're talking that it's going to warm up, into the 40s sometime on Monday. So it'll transition over to rain. But still, for that commute in the morning, there very well could be some icy roads and problems there. So not a good thing on Monday morning. Now let's take another look here. This is the ice possible, and this is out of Morristown, so this is out of the office in Tennessee. And they're really not showing much way over here near Gatlinburg and Newport where I'm at, but they are saying that there could be some up near the Tri-Cities, up near Bristol and Johnson City, and over a little bit west side of Knoxville, or right in that Knoxville area. So we'll just have to see if they change this, but appears right now there's going to be a problem come Monday. And what they're showing here is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday over here in East Tennessee. It's going to get milder. Temperatures are going to start going up in the daytime, which is great, and they'll probably be right at that 60-degree area sometime Wednesday and Thursday, and then there'll be a slight cool down on Friday. So getting into more of a warm pattern, and looking at the 6 to 10 day outlook, they're showing the same thing, that the eastern part of the U.S. is going to be warmer um, than what we've been having, which is pretty much just below freezing temperatures constantly. Now, this here is Mars Hill forecast. I wanted you to see this. See, Monday, a chance of freezing rain before noon, then a chance of rain or freezing rain between noon and 1, and then a chance of rain after 1 with a high of 42. So we're starting out very cold, probably in the 20s, mid 20s, and then they'll warm up to near that 42. So you're going to just be getting rain. And but until that changes over into rain, you're going to have a possible buildup of ice, and hopefully it would not be very much, but it's something to watch out for on Monday, and plan for it. If it doesn't happen, great, but be prepared for it. Now this is Houston, Texas, and they're going to have some sea fog possible on Sunday morning, and just because of the temperature differential and the way the winds are. So that's something to look at very much, especially if you're a boater out in that area. But not always do you see sea fog, in that area around Galveston Bay and adjacent waters. Well, let's pull up another thing here for Houston, Texas area. Let's see if we can get this to load up. And there it is. And this is showing that cold front that's going to be moving through. And this is going to be a strong cold front. They're looking possibly not for the snow and ice like we are, but they are talking some, could be some strong thunderstorms. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. If you're in that area, make sure you keep your weather radio on, or keep your cell phone on in case there's any watches or warnings. But it sounds like it's going to be a pretty strong line coming through of storms. And here's that 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. And you can see that the eastern part of the U.S., they're looking for warmer than normal temperatures. And they're in the mid part of the U.S., and actually down near Texas and Houston area, they're looking for cooler than normal. And then out west, they're looking for much warmer, like in California and Oregon. And some of the other areas, like Montana and stuff, is just going to be a little bit warmer than normal. And this was, like I said, for the 6 to 10 day outlook. And this we wanted to show. This was last night, and this was Mount Washington, New Hampshire. They had a wind chill of minus 84, and at the time there was a 74.7 mile an hour wind. So that's not good, but still they were well under freezing. I think they were in like the 34, 36 below range last night. So very, very cold. This is Dover, Delaware. A little bit hard to see this graphic, but they got a wind advisory out overnight here. And then Sunday, it's going to be cold. They're only looking at, if I can read this right, it looks like about 19 degrees for a high. And then Monday, they'll start to get some of this ice and snow. And into Monday night, they got a 50% chance. And even though the temperatures are going to come up to maybe around 29 or 30 right in that area, they still very much could be getting some snow and ice. Now this is our Caribbean. Looking pretty good, except if you're over near Jamaica and the Cayman Islands and down near Panama City, there's an area of cloudiness in that area. But the Leeward Islands look good. The Turks and Caicos and the Southern and Bahamas, it looks cloudy in that area. So, excuse me. So, not too bad in the Caribbean. Well, that's about it for tonight. Um, and we'll be updating you on that snow and ice. And it looks more like a mix or an ice type of thing Monday morning. And then as the temperature rises, it'll turn over to a rain event. So, but still could be some very dangerous travel Monday morning to work. Well, thank you for tuning in, and we'll be talking to you soon.